all of the school that I've asked you to watch and look at, and some of this I know for many of you is just a review, and I may have oversimplified some things at times, and I realize that my ability as a video editor is quite limited, but I hope you could look past my limitations and see and understand what I'm trying to communicate. So why I prefer a smoothbore nozzle for structure fires. First and foremost is the simplicity of it. As a recap, I can't knock a smoothbore out of pattern. A fog nozzle, on the other hand, if it's knocked out of a pattern, knocked out of its straight stream, and even if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degree fog nozzle, the farther I open up that fog pattern, the more detrimental it can be on our fire attack. And I'm going to do another recap video on that here in just a moment. But I also like the smoothbore because it allows me I can get more information from the smoothbore, because I can hear the difference between a partially open and a fully open smoothbore, where you can't do that on a fog nozzle. You can feel the pressure differences in pressure, and even if the line is kinked with the smoothbore nozzle, because it doesn't have as much back pressure, it allows more water to go through its kinks if it's done, in most cases, and I still get an adequate fire flow. As you can remember, we were able to get 140 gallons per minute, where with the fog nozzle it was below that. I believe that there's better heat penetration with the smoothbore because the water droplets are larger and can absorb more heat before they convert over to steam. So I can map the water better using the smoothbore and make it go to where I want it to go. It resists clogging. It's better through the wind. There's less air entrainment than if the fog nozzle does start to get opened up. And finally is the improved water mapping capability. So from the interior, we've got the fire that's in its state of growth. It's building in heat, which is also causing an increase of pressure in the upper atmosphere. As the flames spread out and it gets more oxygen, it causes the neutral pressure plane to drop. All that equates to an increase in pressure in the upper levels. When we arrive on the scene, and the second video that I have here is showing what's coming out of the window. Again, you have fire and heated gases and smoke belching out of that window because there's too much pressure inside of that space. So whenever we apply water, it's critical that we apply it the correct way during these first few seconds. A slow, smooth, and steady and steep is going to make a difference. You see we've got water mapping across the ceiling, all right, and it causes the fire to go out of flashover and causes the gases inside that area to constrict. As you can see, you had fire belching out of the window, and it went to where there was not even smoke that was coming out of the window, is because the space was able to contain all of it. We caused the pressure, in essence, we caused the pressure to go from this to this in just a matter of seconds by applying water the correct way. If we fail to maintain proper discipline on the nozzle, and if we allow a fog nozzle to be opened up even a small amount, we can cause something to occur that we don't want to happen. We can cause fire to be pushed. And remember, there's 3 things that can cause fire to be pushed. One is using the wrong nozzle pattern. The other thing is whipping the nozzle. Even if it is a smoothbore, if I whip that line, I'm going to cause air to be entrained and the pressure to increase. Or if I'm too far away from the window and the nozzle's entering the space at its breakover point, which is then also going to cover the space and cause air entrainment. But whatever we do, we want to make sure that we're doing that slow, steep, and steady, that we're as close to that window as we possibly can, because if we do it wrong, we can cause negative results. By opening the line and covering the window space, we can push fire. We never want that to occur. We should avoid that at all possible. So again, let's give best practices the best chance. So we've talked about all the different preferences and then talk about nozzle discipline. I also hope that you understand where I've shown that through the UL NIST studies, best practices that whether it's a fire attack that's being initiated from the exterior, a fire attack that's going to be initiated from the interior, and even attic fires, that there are very attractive qualities to a smoothbore nozzle, which is then caused it to be my preference. So there you go. There you have it. So before I end this, I want to give special thanks out to the training staff, especially Lieutenant Court Smith, Lieutenant Justin Lorenzen, for helping me shoot the nozzle videos on the smoothbore fog nozzles. I also want to thank fire recruit Chelsea Dillon for being the person who was operating the nozzle for those videos. And then, of course, to Sergeant Brian Brush. I hope you found what his input into this as helpful as I did. I always appreciate his point of view. To UL and to Elkhart for their brass tacks hard fact videos for contributing to the content of this school. So anyway, thanks, and you guys take care.